Hello time travelers. This week's video is about the top 10 threats to commuting by the bus or walking. Subscribers will know that I'm without a car right now because it got smashed and it's been at the shops. And I've been riding my bike until recently when it got below the 20 degrees in freedom units. That's in Fs.
This is my look of disapproval.
Here's the top 10 things, actual behavior in people that have disrupted my commute and actually have threatened my life a few times. True story. I'm here in the basement with other me at the green screen so he can help me demonstrate the behavior that I've experienced in some people during my commute. Say hello, other me. Hi, time travelers. What are we doing? No, it's in the script right there. It says, oh yeah, don't spoil it for anybody. Okay, man. And we've also got a narrator guy in this video, and for the purposes of this video and because reasons, he's just going to be a disembodied voice.
What happens when you run into the strange and weirdos and all that stuff when all you want is to get to work or to get home or somewhere important? When so many people have cars and just drive nowhere, and the strange and weirdos that also have to commute without cars make it difficult for others. And some who do have cars make it difficult for people without cars. This is that story. Story.
Nice disembodied narrator voice. Yeah. And where did you find him? Actually, I don't know where he came from. Interesting. Starting with the last. Number 10. OMG, I can't walk one block guy.
He's that guy, or girl, or otherwise identified who gets on the bus, looks nervous, and is pacing in the tiny bus area instead of sitting down like everyone else. This is not normal. When they do sit down, they immediately pull the line and request to stop because they can't walk one block guy.
Ding!
Seriously, the bus stops are about 1 block apart. Just walk there, guy. Seriously. How to identify OMG I can't walk 1 block guy. The pacing. The incessant pacing. You can spot this sometimes before you get on the bus if they are waiting at the same stop as you. But there's not much of a negative effect on you if you can get on the same bus as them. It's a minor inconvenience. You could wait for the next bus, but there's the lottery of weird randos from that bus. If it even arrives on time. On time.
Threat level, 1 out of 10. OMG, I can't walk 1 block guy could stay at home, in my opinion. Number 9. The shoulder walker.
This person makes a point to walk with their shoulders even though they have feet and legs and everything. And they can walk fine. There's obviously nothing wrong with their feet and legs and everything, but just look at those shoulders. Those are attack shoulders. This person can keep their hands in their pockets and take out 12 armed men with skillfully placed shoulder attacks. Even when just standing there and not going anywhere, they are attacking the world with those shoulders. You know they do it as a warning to others. Get close and they'll shoulder you. How to identify the shoulder walker. The shoulder walker points their shoulders at you when they look at you. Their shoulders are perfectly aligned with their legs when they walk. Their body does not move like an organic creature. It moves more like a robot with very few moving parts.
Threat level, unknown. Out of 10, I've never approached a shoulder walker. They're just too scary. Number 8, ow. 8. The dancing person who didn't dress for outside.
The dancing person who didn't dress for outside is probably somebody on drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. Just don't. If they say hi, say hello. If you don't, they will cuss you out.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Hey.
When you approach them, they ask for $1 or a cigarette, or a sandwich or some water or something.
You got a $1 for a cigarette or for a sandwich or something?
This is when you realize they are a dancing person who didn't dress for outside, because you are close and you can see them better. If they ask for money, simply say, I don't carry cash.
Sorry, I don't carry cash.
Charity is one thing, but enabling is another thing. How to identify the dancing person who didn't dress for outside. The dancing person who didn't dress for outside is not dressed for outside, but they are outside. From a distance, they look like they are dancing for some reason. Or maybe they are playing a game of I can't stand on the ground for too long because it's pretend hot coals or lava or whatever game.
Liquid hot magma.
Threat level, 5 out of 10. This many. The dancing person who didn't dress for outside will give you a bad day. Don't let them. Shrug it off. Number 7, the waddle monster.
You've been standing there waiting for the bus that's about to arrive, but the waddle monster creeps up waddling and steps in front of you like they're more important or something. Because they need to get on the bus first, apparently. No, for reals. This is a regular-looking person, except they are unable or unwilling to walk by putting one foot in front of the other to move forward. Instead, they waddle. Like a penguin. That one time you tried to make eye contact with them, and they got angry face and shot laser eyes meme at you.
Oh yeah, that was frightening.
I mean, why do people that walk slow have to be in front? Doesn't make sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. How to identify the waddle monster. Watch the feet and hands. They don't move right.
Threat level. Unknown out of 10. They could be a genuinely nice person, but with just resting evil face. But I don't want to try to understand the psychology of the behavior where they have to be in front of you and have to get on the bus first. I just don't risk it. Number 6. Pretending to not know how money goes into thing person.
Pretending to not know how the money goes into thing person keeps mashing the dollar bills. And the machine won't take them. They act like they've never put a dollar bill into a thing before ever in their entire lives. The driver has to grab the money and take it from them to put it in themselves. Or sometimes the driver just starts driving and the person almost falls down and it just prolongs their ability to complete the simplest of tasks. How to identify the pretending to not know how the money goes in the thing person. Another obvious one. They pretend to not know how paper money goes into a bill validator thingy. What's it? These are the ninjas of screwing up your day. And everyone else's on the bus's day. All you can do at this time is accept your fate. You're going to be late.
Threat level 7 out of 10. Pretending to not know how money goes in the thing person has probably already screwed up your day already. And if you're driving a car and you're stuck behind a bus with one of these individuals, they may be screwing up your day too because you're waiting a forever long time behind a bus who's not moving and traffic's all backed up. A forever long time is a long time. And now we're halfway through the entries. I want to throw in there the honorable mention of this video. The one that didn't make it on the list.
But they're still dangerous. Dangerous. Most stupidest. Example, stupid.
You're stupid and you're a jerk and you're stupid.
This one's about the uses the headlights wrong person. Uses the headlights wrong person is a parked person with headlights on. Or they are a driving person with no headlights on when it's dark outside. Or a person with their parking lights on while they are driving at night. You never know what's going to happen because this person doesn't know what lights are for. Or maybe they don't know how to use them. How to identify the uses the headlights wrong person. This is actually easier. It's just as easy as using the lights correctly, but this person isn't doing that. They park and point their headlights like they need to see where they're not going. Or maybe they drive at night with parking lights.
Threat level. It depends. It depends. It's like the diapers. Will it protect you from leaks? Well, it depends. If you're walking or biking and you see someone parked with driving lights on, or it's dark out and you see someone who's driving and they have no headlights on or they have the parking lights on, avoid. How can you see them at night with no lights? Well, it's kind of like looking for a black hole, out there with a background of stars. You maybe look for a blob of thing you can't see, maybe. Why don't you tell me where you are? Number 5, OSU fans. Bracket. Massive cluster. I've experienced this here in Columbus, Ohio, and I've lived lots of other places and other timelines and planets and whatever sci-fi stuff you might believe in, apparently. But I've only experienced this problem here. So watch this segment of the video, and if you live somewhere else and you've experienced this, tell me in the comments.
We are not referring to a single OSU fan or a few. We mean a human ocean of flowing humans. Humans. So many humans. They suddenly appear for games and other non-game related OSU events, and they flow like the vascular system of a single organism. Some of them are walking in one direction, some in other directions. But there is no discernible function or reason unless you consider them to be a single organism, like the Borg. They cause the bus network to have tons of detours and delays. How to identify the OSU fans' massive cluster. You can't look in any single direction without seeing a massive flow of red sweaters. You may be able to predict the appearance of the organism if you hear random friends, family, and coworkers chatter about upcoming OSU events.
Threat level, 8 out of 10. Your day will be screwed up. Your entire day will be consumed as you try to get from point A to point freaking B. If you know that there's going to be an OSU massive organism event scheduled in your Columbus commute, self-quarantine. Don't go outside. Reschedule. Number 4, the talking to nobody person.
The talking to nobody person is a person who gets on the bus and is visibly and audibly upset.
Upset!
They are not wearing any Bluetooth devices and there is no phone to be seen. They talk to unknown persons and or entities about non-bus related things and non-bus related activities.
You go store? You go store? You get cheese? Cheese is store. Just call me.
How to identify the talking to nobody person? It's obvious. Look and listen for the signs, but don't make direct eye contact. Glance to check if they are wearing a headset or something, then quickly glance away.
Who is you? Average you wins you. When it happens? Threat level? 9 out of 10. If you see a talking to nobody person before you get on the bus, weigh your options. Wait for the next bus, or walk a few miles to a completely different bus line and roll your dice with that one. Because this person, they might start talking to nobody at you. Threat to commuting by bus and walking threat number 3. Bus driver who messes with you.
The bus driver who messes with you gives no indication they don't like you or whatever. They don't make a face when you get on and pay really fast and go to your seat really fast so you don't hold everybody up. They stop normally at the stop you requested, but they won't open the back door when you go to the back. So maybe you go to the front door because maybe they'll let you out there, but they don't. But then you see the back door is now open, so you walk back to the back door. But the back door is now closed and the front door is open. How to identify the bus driver who messes with you. This one is tricky. You usually can't spot these kinds of threats unless they're giving everyone the evil eye. All you can do is react. Or rather, don't react. You don't want a bus driver calling the cops on you. If the other door is open, walk there. If they mess with you and switch doors, walk back to the other one. But don't switch again. Now just stand there so they know you're not going to play that game.
Hey, can I get out? Please? Thank you.
Don't play that game. That game.
Threat level? 10 out of 10. They can trap you in the bus and call the law on you. I have one thing to say to bus drivers like this. I don't know you. You don't know me. What the fuck? Threat number 2. Person in car who looks like they want to let you buy, but not really.
The person in car who looks like they want to let you buy but not really is what is known as a CD person. CD people are not like CD like the ancient technology called compact discs, but they have a similarity in practice and execution. This happens the most often out of all of these people actually. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. You're just a regular innocent victim walking person, and you're like 500 feet away from a person in a car. Person in car who looks like they want to let you buy but not really. Person can be parked, or they can be driving down the road and they stop for no reason. Or maybe they come up to a four-way stop, like I said, and you're like 500 feet away. As you approach, they never move. If you try to walk or bike in front of their car, they start moving. Now to explain why they are CD people. It is because of 2 reasons. The first, because of cognitive dissonance, the state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, especially as relating to behavioral decisions and attitude change. Also, they are like 80s and 90s technology that existed before MP3 thingy-whatsits. Your music had to be buffered from the CD player into memory on the device so that the music wouldn't constantly skip while you were holding it in your spaz hand. The same thing happens in cognitive dissonance people. They sit there in their car and process all the complexity of doing a simple task that they have done for years. Driving, for example. They may wave you by, but don't believe it. They may even stick their head out the window and say some non-believable line like, "I stopped so you can walk by."
I stopped so I could let you by.
But don't believe it. Don't even yell back something like, "But there's no crosswalk here."
There's no crosswalk here.
Because just think about it. They stopped where there's no crosswalk. Their brain doesn't work like yours, so don't try to explain anything logically to them. They might get mad with their emotions. How to identify the person in car who looks like they want to let you by but not really. These individuals usually do something that doesn't make sense, like stopping for no reason or waving you by when you're literally 1,000 feet away or something.
What?
If you are walking or biking and you see someone get into their car, or maybe they are driving and then they stop, and by the time you have reached them they have not moved, they may be buffering. Avoid at all costs.
I'm not hiding. I'm avoiding.
Threat level. I don't know. 11 out of 10. I don't got enough fingers. These idiots turn it up to 11. Seriously. Oh, I need a script for this one. This person may really be trying to let you by, but in a small chance that they're buffering, or maybe not really paying attention. The risk of bodily injury outweighs the low probability of it happening. Seriously, even if it's like a 0.001% chance that they're gonna hit you with their car, do you wanna get hit with a car while you're walking? Do what I do. Flash lights at them until they go, or just stop and wait, or go behind their vehicle. Yeah, give them some of this and they'll freaking move their car. Regular me, what's the deal, man? Sorry, other me. You know what this video entailed. So if they don't move after you flash the lights at them, just to clarify, it's easy. If flashing the lights doesn't work, all you gotta do is look both ways, make sure there's no one else coming besides this weird person who's sitting and not moving, walk behind their car, and before you walk past their car, look both ways again, because someone might be coming the other way, and then you finish crossing the street. And that way you've completely survived the situation. And the number one threat to commuting by walking or taking the bus, and probably even biking, is stalker person.
Stop being a creepy, perverted cyber stalker.
Oh, the stalker person. So you're walking and this one car that was going the other way turned around and stopped. Now they are sitting crooked in a parking lot for some reason. You stop and look at them, they move to a different crooked position. You turn around and look directly at them, then they move to a third crooked position with their headlights straight at you. You cut through an apartment complex to hopefully lose them. You know, an extra 20 to 30 minutes of you going the long way around may help you survive another day in this dark timeline of an Earth. Darkness. Walking down the street, you keep looking over your shoulder like they might be there. But here they come from the other way, driving OMG. They went the long way around to find you and look at their derp face while they drive.
It's their derp face.
Like the CD people, they do things that don't make sense. Like turning around for no discernible reason. Or parking with their headlights on. Or parking, but they are not parking in the parking spaces. Seriously, stalkers, why do you do this? Are you dumb?
Threat level 1, brilliant out of 10. How to identify? Well, real simple. Every time you look over your shoulder, that person's still there. Duh. How do you take care of that? Well, I'm not a legal advisor, but I personally take pictures, and then after a few times, I walk up to them and say, hey, I keep seeing this thing. And if they still do it after that, I call the police.
So, time travelers, tell me, do you agree with my list? What would you add? Have you experienced any of these ridiculous things that I've said in the video? All these things happen to me. I just noticed them more, or maybe react to them a different way than you might. Now, enjoy this random thing. This random thing is an article I found while finding random pictures of City of Columbus buses. A bus slams into an apartment building, leaving tenants homeless. The bricks were all piled on her and she thought she was dead, but she was still moving, said Davis. I was thinking I hope she ain't dead because she was trying to avoid the van. Witnesses saw the SUV flew right by a stop sign traveling on 18th Avenue and crashed right into the bus. Man, people in Columbus are just so freaking crazy! If you want to read the article or check out the news video that's in it, I have it linked in the descriptables. And now, dad joke time. I told my dad I was working on this video and he sent me 3 commuting style dad jokes. His first one, he says, I once gave up my seat on the bus to a blind man. It's soon after that I lost my job as a bus driver. And I said, ha ha ha, I stumbled while walking when I read that. Number 2, A lady got on one bus with a baby and stormed to the back of the bus mad and sat next to a man. The man asked, "What's the matter?" She said, "The driver said my baby was ugly." The man said, "Why don't you go back up there and give him a piece of your mind? I'll hold your monkey for you." And I said, lol. And here's a third one. In New York, it's hard to be a commuter. You have to train a lot. And I said, so bad. And now, this week's tech thing. Well, things. Because of stuff going on with me recently, I have to protect myself. I'm getting this action camera and I'm gonna try to figure out how to mount it to the top of a helmet. And I'll tell you why. Just last night, someone almost hit me with their car. They were on the wrong side of the road. So imagine I'm riding my bike and I'm on this side of the road and here comes a car on this side and they're driving at night with their parking lights on. So I go over to the other side and then they come over and I'm like, oh, and you know what they do? They pull over like they live there or something, or they're pulling over to pick somebody up. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm turning down this road over here anyways. So I'm getting up to there and they start pulling forward and they honk at me. So I steer around them and I go halfway into this water that I was trying to avoid because it snowed and now it's melting. And I tap the side of their car like, dude, you're too close. And then they're following me on their car. Why'd you charge my car? So I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out a way, number one, to avoid people like that better. And number two, legal stuff. Oh, if something other happens. And I'm also getting this 4K webcam to replace this guy. It's really good. It's 1080p, but maybe it'll show me more sharper when I'm talking at my desk, and I can give Charlie, my son, this one for his live streams. And here's a chest mount thing. I might use the parts for mounting the action camera. I don't like the idea of just walking and commuting with a thing strapped to my chest. So I was thinking of using one of these like a cop uses. They put in their pocket. It clips to your shirt or whatever. Let me know your guys' ideas in the comments below. And I got a lot of editing to finish this video. I'm getting tired and awkward now, so I better wrap it up. Here's a video so you could see something about my Nova and maybe give me some tips and ideas about what I should be fixing on it. And here's something completely different. Crypto. Something to do with crypto mining down there, if you're interested in watching that. And you can subscribe to my channel right here and listen to my soundtrack on my music channel over here. Thanks. Bye.